slippery. That weed is slippery, but it's soft. So also, because our bodies are not wired to be there, I was feeling like I had soaked myself in water and the skin had dried, but I had not applied a lotion. So it's like a crack skin. That's the kind of skin that I had. Meanwhile, my friend was looking very pretty, because for her, she's at home. So me, I'm feeling uncomfortable. My skin is reacting to the place. And then also, I'm looking at the atmosphere. In there are cities. But these cities, the way I was seeing them, it's like the way they build, they don't paint. And everything is with rocks. So you can be in a rock, but it's a city. And it's like a world, you know? There are activities that are going on there. So
cities, buildings, or
real buildings, like the way we are in this building inside. But the thing is, even if they are in the water is not pouring on them. They are designed places where you can see the waters, but it's not everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. So we go
buildings, or
real buildings, like the way we are in this building inside. But the thing is, even if they are in the water is not pouring on them. They are designed places where you can see the waters, but it's not everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. So we go to this place and she tells me to sit. It's like a dining table, but it's made of rocks, and even the chairs are from rocks. When you're just looking at it from another angle, you cannot know that that's a dining. But that place is so advanced that everything just automatically works. So I just found myself sitting there, and then they had containers or dishes where they eat, but these dishes are made out of rocks and they are beautiful dishes. Everything there literally is made out of rock and dust. So
it looked bad?
It's not bad. It's like these are forsaken places, but everything there is advanced. It's like this, when you enter, you know that these places have been here, but they have been forsaken. You can feel like, you know how you enter a house where people have not been. It's a beautiful house, but there has not been anybody staying there. How you feel when you're entering that place, that's how I felt when I was entering this place. So now, there's one thing that scared me. She said, now it's time for you to see my mom. And to see her mom, if where I'm sitting, if I'm to say the direction that the mom was, it was on my far end, on the right. And then on the left, there are two like, how do I say, corridors. One that goes this side and the other that goes the other side. So she said, you're going to see my mom, then you're going to see my sister's mom, the one that is rude, my classmate. You're going to see her mom. But that one, it will depend on if my sister is willing to be your friend. Because as it is, she seems not to be interested in your friendship. I don't know why, but she takes a while to accept people in her life. She doesn't just accept people, but I'm going to convince her to be your friend. Okay. So now, thing that shocked me, so very handsome men in that place, they had been enslaved. Very handsome men, young men, they had been enslaved. And now that is as we were going to see her mom. These men were in chains, and some of them were free, but it's like they had forgotten who they were. And they were working and serving. They were rendering service to her mom. And she said, my mother is the mother of the sea. And many people consult with my mom for wealth. So my dad was a businessman. and he started consulting my mom for wealth, and my mom gave my dad wealth, but my dad betrayed my mom. So the dad went intimate with the sisters, and then that's how the other classmate of mine came into the picture. And when they found out, they decided that a human being cannot be the reason as to why they separate, because they are united.
Sister.
Saida's mom. So now, when this happened, they decided that a human cannot be the reason as to why there is division among them, because they are united. So what they decided to do is to enslave him. But he had children who were 100% human, and he had children who were hybrid. And that makes them, and she said that all of them are named after their dad, and they're all called Muhammad. That's their dad's name, and that's how they are able to identify themselves, and that's how they are able to also be beneficiaries of the businesses. That even if he's not there, they are running the businesses and they are beneficiaries. They have lawyers who make sure that every child gets a percentage from the wealth, and even the women that they have to also be able to, he had to be able to help their siblings, their human siblings. And she mentioned to me, about her companies. And I'm going to tell you about her companies, because at some point my brother also went and worked in their company, and he didn't know. And I told her to fire my brother. I said, please don't involve my brother in this. At least fire my brother and find my dad employment. And that's what they did. And they got my dad employment, and my dad was so excited, he didn't know. He didn't know what we had done. Yeah, so now she explained that to me, and I started now fearing. Fear entered me. I'm like, with Majini, with people that are not people, because people have been hearing of stories of those things at the coast, people that half fish, half human, and they think it's just stories, but these things are real. These beings exist.
So, when you entered into that world, saw that it was like a maze, like a place full of corridors.
It's full of
different
corridors
places.
And full of departments, and it's a very busy place, and a place where many people are enslaved, especially
and so
the
you
men.
saw many beings there,
Enslaved
many
men.
men there.
Yes, many enslaved men. Now we go to reality. She's now taking me to where the mother is. I saw a mother sitting in a pool. I will not say it is a small swimming pool like the ones that we are used to. When we say a pool, a person can imagine a small swimming pool. But a pool in that like where we were is a world, but that looks like a pool because it's partitioned. It's the partition place that I saw water, and there's this being that is half fish and half human sitting in that water, and the tail flows all the way from where she is at the end to where we were, so she would even flap the tail and splash some water on the daughter. Now,
how big was that room?
wasn't a room. Wasn't a room. The whole place, because it's covered, it's under. It may appear like it's a house or it's a room, but it's beyond a house. It's so huge. It's a wide place. It has many departments. It has many places you can go, and you can be in the same place and not even see each other because it's a big world under there.
Like
there are factories, there are laboratories, there are...
So it's like a huge cave?
Yes. And everything is like, as I explained, everything is like in rocks. It's made out of rocks and dust.
What is the general color in that?
You know the color of the rocks? Brownish and
Greenish.
grayish and greenish. That's the color there. And the greenish is for the water plants, because those beings also have herbs. They manufacture cosmetics and they manufacture herbs, and I'm going to explain in details what they manufacture there and how they function both there and here.